Aam Aadmi Party convener and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has written a letter to opposition leaders before the grand opposition meeting on June 23rd in Patna. Kejriwal appealed to defeat the ordinance in Parliament and discuss the stand of the parties. He said, and I quote, "The ordinance in Delhi is an experiment. If it succeeds, the centre will take away the authority by bringing ordinances for other non-BJP states as well," unquote. So Arvind Kejriwal, in fact, writing a letter to opposition leaders before the grand opposition meeting, which is to take place on June 23rd in Patna. In fact, he has appealed to defeat the ordinance in Parliament and discuss the stand of the parties as well. In fact, he said that ordinance in Delhi, if it succeeds, the centre will take away the authority by bringing ordinance for other non-BJP states as well. We have Ishika joining us on the story. Ishika, Arvind Kejriwal had been on a nationwide tour in order to get support as far as this entire ordinance is concerned, to defeat the ordinance in Parliament. Now, of course, he's written a letter. Some parties are yet to sort of give clarity on its stand as well, including the Congress party. Take us through the content of the letter. All right, we'll try to connect with Ishika in just a bit. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal writing a letter to opposition leaders before the opposition meeting that is set to take place on June 23rd. In fact, he's appealed to defeat the ordinance, centre's ordinance in Parliament, and discuss the stand of the parties. We have Ishika back with us. Ishika, Arvind Kejriwal had been on a nationwide tour convincing several of the opposition leaders to defeat the ordinance in Parliament. Of course, he has garnered a lot of support, but there are still parties that are yet to, give their clarity as far as the stand is concerned. So take us through the content of the letter that he has written to several of the opposition leaders.
Well, yes, Radhika, as you rightly mentioned, just ahead of the mega opposition meet that is going to take place in Patna on 23rd of June, we are now seeing that the Chief Minister of Delhi and the national convener of the Aam Aadmi Party has now written to, in fact, these opposition parties, and Arvind Kejriwal in his letter has requested all these opposition parties to first make, their stand clear over the ordinance that has been brought in by the central government in the national capital. Now, in this very letter, he also says that this bringing the ordinance here in Delhi by the central government is just an experiment. And if the central government succeeds here, they will be applying it in the other states where the non-BJP parties are currently ruling. So definitely, he has asked the opposition parties to first make it, their priority to discuss the ordinance in the very meeting. Because as you rightly said, we have seen that the Chief Minister of Delhi has been on a nationwide tour for the past month. He has met a lot of opposition leaders and tried to garner their support over this ordinance, against this ordinance, in fact, and has said that when the ordinance is presented as a bill by the central government, the opposition parties should come together to defeat it. Meanwhile, we have also seen that the Delhi Congress and Punjab Congress have objected to giving their support to Arvind Kejriwal. When in fact this matter was discussed with the Central Congress, they did raise their objection. So we are still waiting to see, if the Congress, after this mega opposition meet, will finally be giving their support to Arvind Kejriwal or not. Because certainly many parties have already extended support, but major parties like Congress are still left. So that might be clear after, this mega opposition meet takes place on June 23rd. Over